Soundstripe.
Trying to get a lot of dough. Anything is possible. Turn me up in the headphone.
Soundstripe.
Yeah. Trying to get a lot of dough and dirt through all the obstacles, cause anything is possible. Yeah. Oh man, I got a lot of goals. Stack that bread and by my nose. Anything is possible. Yeah. Trying to get a lot of dough and dirt through all the obstacles, cause anything is possible. Oh man, I got a
All right, we got a little delay there, but okay, so we were talking about Jalen Ramsey, and I guess I feel like he's a scheme guy, and they can't afford to move around all the time because of the fact that if he moves around, it shows that they're in man coverage. But I feel like, hey, if you're a $20 million type guy on my defense, we'll figure it out. I need you to play, hey, Tyreek Hill, that's your guy. Because remember when Tyreek Hill was with the Chiefs and he was at Jacksonville, he said he's just a special teams guy. I don't people remember that. It was a beef there. And now Tyreek Hill is a full route runner. I feel like Jalen Hurts is going to have his hands full if he lock him up one-on-one. Because Mike Evans, like I said, Mike Evans wasn't even healthy. Mike Evans runs 4.5, and he blew by him.
He cooked him.
It wasn't even a double move. Even I'm looking like, come on, man, like and he's looking like, bro, you can't say that you elite getting beat by Mike Evans.
Straight grits went right past him. I said, ooh, that was Ramsey.
So would it just be better to throw Ramsey on OBJ and toss two over on the other side and call it a day?
Schematics wise, yeah.
I mean, just toss two over, put a safety over top of the other side and rock and roll.
Like it's Tyreek Hill, just like
he's just it's just ridiculous.
I've seen, so most times they say like as a defender, you're supposed to get your good base and break down. And I've seen a guy would be within arm's reach of Tyreek
last week.
Yeah, last week still got 4 more yards. I was like, good Lord. Like he had him, it was like 3 yards here, and he took those 3 yards and he finally got him out of bounds. And like I say, he's fast and he's nimble. So
I was telling Kim, I said the defender did everything he was supposed to do. He broke down, he wrapped up, and he just
like I said, he's strong too. Like I didn't know he was that strong until a couple of years ago when
he's a muscle head. I told you I call him muscle head.
Yeah, I thought
got muscles.
I thought because he was short, but yeah, he's strong.
Nah, he's strong.
All right. It's funny because I got this topic that we're gonna do next, and somebody just texted to me while we're recording. But we're gonna shoot from the hip from this one. Pretty sure you guys got a good idea of who you're gonna pick. Defensive Player of the Year. Like I said, I feel like it's a close race between 2 people. Everybody else is just like, oh, okay, maybe next year. But I feel like that bad man I call number 11, Michael Parsons. I feel like it's gonna be between him and TJ Watt. Like I said, he played 1 less game than Micah because I know Micah was out for COVID. And I want to say TJ missed 2 games for the groin. However, TJ still recovered and had 22.5 sacks in 15 games and 3 fumble recoveries. Like I said, he gives offenses problems. And out of those 2, I have to give the nod to TJ Watt. But I'm going to start off with Ron because Michael Parsons is your guy. Who you got?
All right. So on this one, for me, I have nothing against TJ Watt other than the fact that we passed on him. That's my only gripe. And that's not even his fault. It still just hurts my feelings. It's a raw spot still, and I don't like to talk about it. But my only argument for Parsons, I think TJ Watt will probably get it, and he's definitely deserving of it.
Mm-hmm.
No arguments. It won't make me mad or anything. Yeah. My only argument for Micah Parsons is the fact that he played, 4 different positions this year.
Yeah.
Had half as many sacks on half as many attempts.
Mm-hmm.
Where TJ Watt, that's all he does. He plays the edge. That's his job. Michael Parsons had 13 sacks on the year, something like that, 12 to 14, somewhere in there. And he's only playing the edge part of the time.
Yeah.
Piecemeal here and there in comparison. So for me, I'm like, I don't know, that swings it a bit for me. But at the end of the day, I think it'll probably be TJ Watt, definitely deserving. You match the NFL record for sacks. I think if Parsons had actually had an interception, I think that might have swung it. Came close a couple times. But I mean, he's defensive rookie of the year, no questions, hands down. It's not even close. And he'll probably pull it next year.
Okay. Because one thing about Michael Parsons, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw him get drafted, I'm looking like, that's flip a coin,
man.
Because he sat out against that last year at Penn State, and I'm like, oh, he runs 4.3. I'm looking like, yeah, he does. But I'm like, I seen a lot of guys come in, be fast, supposed to be edge rushers, and they don't, But when I saw his motor on that Dallas Cowboys series, I'm looking like, okay, this guy can play. But I was like, where are they gonna put him? Because it was like they put him at Mike. And I'm looking like, no, he's an edge rusher. And like they put him at Mike a little bit when y'all got rid of was it Jalen? Yeah, you got rid of him. And I was like, I really don't like him at Mike because I feel like he can cover and he's a Swiss Army knife. But I feel like he's his sharpest when he's rushing the passer and playing the run.
Well, it's not only that, but it's like don't put so much inside of his head. Just let him play.
Yes.
Where you put that green dot on his helmet, and is he capable? Yeah, he's capable, but he's not as effective because now he's having to do too much, especially as a rookie.
Yeah.
Especially as a rookie. So it's like, pull the green helmet, pull the green sticker, let somebody else run that, and just let him do what he does.
In the words of Donovan Davis, let him cook.
Yes, 100%.
I'm telling you, I mean, just like the Chiefs do with Tyreek Hill. I know Tyreek Hill, he does not follow a route guide or nothing. He just plays backyard football. They say, hey, just run in circles and get open. And he does it.
Like you said,
let Michael Parsons cook. Just let that man go.
I remember
he's an animal.
Let me see. Okay, so you say Michael. So back to the subject. Do you think Michael or TJ, Donovan?
Me, I'm gonna give it to Micah because of all the different things he do.
Okay.
I mean, he might win. He probably will win, defensive rookie of the year. And that may negate him from being the defensive player of the year. But my opinion, he should get both. I mean, the guy's just ridiculous from what he does. I mean, you line him up anywhere, he makes plays.
Absolutely.
If
TJ didn't have 22 and a half sacks in 15 games, because I want to say I was putting in our chat during the year, I was like, yeah, this dude's the defensive player of the year. And especially when I saw TJ miss those 2 games for that groin, I'm like, oh, he done got paid. He's not gonna play hard. Boy, was I wrong? But but I feel like Micah, like Ron said, let him make plays and not have to do too much thinking, because when you're the Mike backer, prime example with Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner is at his best where he knows, hey, my D-line's gonna get the pressure. I got everything in the middle. Or if I get called for a blitz, I know what my responsibility is. And he can cover and do all those things. But I feel like Michael Parsons, you dropping him back in hook zones or whatever, it does nothing for the Dallas Cowboys defense. Like
at all.
No. If I know he can cover, I'm not gonna throw it to his side. I'm just gonna throw it to the other side. So like, but if he's rushing the passer, getting upfield, now he controls the game, because I know, hey, the ball got to come out quick. The corners know, hey, I could jump this route. The safeties know, hey, I ain't got to stay back here long in coverage. So I feel like he's more of an X factor on the edge rushing. And like, if you want to do something like something cute on third down, and third and long, and drop him back, cool. But let him cook.
No, I'm gonna put it on third down. He's going on the line for me because I'm gonna kick Tank inside. He's gonna play that 3 tech.
Okay.
And put Micah Ard on the edge, Brandy Gregory on the other side, and whoever, Odigizua, whatever, it doesn't matter. Cool. On the 4th one, and just let him wreak havoc.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, not taking anything away from TJ. I mean, 22, that's wow. But the NFL don't see it the way we see it. They see, oh, he got 22 sacks. Oh, he didn't. Let's give it to this guy.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is like, this is our opinion. Our opinion is definitely like, oh, I got a bias, obviously, because I'm a Cowboy fan. So I'd be like, oh yeah, it's Michael Parsons for sure. And so like I enjoy like getting on a call like this with y'all, to where it's like, let me get y'all's opinion too.
Yeah.
To take away the bias, to take away the homerism, to take away all that mess.
Yeah.
Like, what do y'all see from the outside perspective? Because I'm in it every week.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know how I feel about Michael Parsons. I told you that when y'all drafted him.
I was so let down when we drafted him. I ain't even gonna lie. I was that guy. Man, I was sitting there like, I'm like, God, I wanted Rashawn Slater. Boy, I wanted Rashawn Slater. Like, God knows I wanted it.
We sat in the office, Rick, and I was like, bro, you're going to be okay. Michael Parsons is a dog. He was like, I don't know. I was like, trust me. And boy, was I right.
And so I actually thought when the draft was coming, did y'all trade back? Yeah, y'all traded back with us, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and the thing is, we tipped our hand like, hey, we're going over our offensive guy. Everybody knew who was going after. And when I saw y'all, I was like, oh, okay. Be honest, I didn't think he was going after Rashawn Slater. I thought he was going after the defensive back that went to the Broncos. And I was like,
yeah, well, that was the early thought was Sertan or JC Horn.
Yeah.
JC Horn.
And those two got ate up.
JC Horn.
Mm-hmm. JC Horn got ate up by Carolina.
And
Carolina.
I was right, Carolina.
Carolina.
I was surprised because with the Patrick Surtain, the fact that the Broncos had the pick and they didn't go after a quarterback. And that's why I was like, Patrick Surtain, he's a good defensive back. And I think he'll play along in the league. But I was like, he's a quarterback, dude. But, when I saw Michael Parsons, and I want to say they was like, who you want to get drafted by in the beginning before they even started the process, he was like, oh, I wouldn't mind playing for the Cowboys.
Yeah,
and when he broke down in tears, I was like, that is the reason why, you do all those sprints in the summertime and all that stuff for that day. I was glad for him, though, even though I was like, he's going to wreak havoc on us for years to come. But I feel like he's a gamer. He's very humble. And that's one thing I do like about a lot of players is, do you come in? Are you willing to learn? And do not let your talent be the only reason why you're here.
I think that's what has impressed me most about him. By following him on Twitter, my God, he is just so, like, his head is so in the right spot. Because that was a big question coming out of the draft. Like, that was the big pause and hesitation for everybody. It was like, does he have the NFL mind? Is his head in the game? Blah, blah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yo, that kid's head is like 6 years deep in the league. Like, oh, I know what, like, I'm learning. I'm figuring it out. I'm never too big for this. I can always be better. We need to take account for ourselves. When the other half of the team was wanting to blame the refs for everything and the head coach is wanting to blame the refs for everything, you got Micah going, nah, fam, like, that's on us. Like,
yeah,
we didn't do what we needed to do. We need to be better. I need to be better. Yeah. So, yeah, to say I'm elated now would be an understatement.
Yeah,
I mean, the guy. I mean, it started in his household. I mean, I was watching a podcast with Micah, and him talking. I mean, he started investing early. He started learning money. I mean, when you can do that stuff early, getting into the NFL, getting on the straight track, meeting up with the OGs, and I mean, he just got it, man. The dude is gonna be a leader. He's gonna always have his head on straight. I mean, he's a great guy. So you got a good one.
I think,
and he need to be in Dallas.
Yeah, but
that Dallas life ain't no joke. Being a Cowboy, being in Dallas, that ain't no.
The reason he wanted to go to Dallas was because he didn't have to pay taxes or something. That's what he said.
There's no state tax thing.
That's
what he said. Yep. He was like, I want to go because there ain't no state tax or something like that in Dallas. So it was like, what are you talking about? You're a rookie in the NFL. What are you talking about?
That's smart.
Taxes. He was like,
there or what? Florida? I think Florida's another one.
Yeah. Florida. I was about to say, that's why they tried to draw so many players to come to like the big Florida teams. Like, oh well, there's no state tax. I mean, that's fine, but you do have the team around it. But I do like that he's a smart kid. He got a motor. If he stays healthy, he's gonna cook. I feel like he is. To me, I feel like he's gonna have a bigger leadership role to me next year than Dak will.
Agreed.
We know that they're gonna find a way to put up points, but will they be able to stop anybody? And like I said, you lost your middle linebacker early. Is your corner going to come back the same mindset if he doesn't get paid this year, because he's probably going to want to get paid early. Because I noticed that Jalen got paid 2 years early. Dak didn't get paid early, but your running back
did.
Yeah, Zeke got paid early. So he was like, okay, well, everybody got paid early. I had 11 picks. I want my money. So if everybody comes in the right mind, I think Micah's going to be the biggest leader up there. But yeah, one more topic for you. And somebody actually sent this in via text. Dwayne Thompson, by the way, shout out to you. His question was, as a coach, who has the most potential as a team? Jacksonville, Denver, Minnesota, the Bears, or the Dolphins?
Give me my choices again.
So we got
Jacksonville, Miami.
So we got Jacksonville, Miami, Denver, Minnesota.
To me, Minnesota is almost there. There are a couple of pieces missing.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Bears.
All right.
Just because what they have cooking over there.
Yeah.
You got Justin Fields. You just got he's gonna get better and better every year. He's a leader. He's a tough kid. That defense is getting better. They get back that Bears defense, man. That team is a team to watch out for, man. They beat Seattle. They came out and beat us in Seattle. So in the snow.
So you think that you would rather? All right. So both those teams are in complete rebuild mode.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago just got a brand new GM, and Jacksonville. Have they hired anybody yet? Who did they hire?
I don't think they hired anybody yet.
I just saw like 2 hours ago. Byron Leftwich is going to. Shit. Where is he going? He got the job somewhere. Help me out. God, where is he going? Is he going to Jacksonville? No.
They say he has a possibility of going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't think he's signed yet, but I feel like that is.
It's real strong.
Yes, it's strong.
And all right. So are you saying you would rather start? All right, because both these teams are virtually the same. You say you would rather go into Chicago and start with Justin Fields over going to Jacksonville and starting with Trevor Lawrence.
Absolutely.
That's your choice. What about you, Ricky? What you feel? You're the quarterback in the room.
There we go.
I'm going with neither. I'm going with the Miami Dolphins, and only reason being because prime is up. They got a young quarterback, and I feel like as a young quarterback, what do you need to start to develop? I'm drafting him a tight end, and like I said, he has one right now, but I'm gonna draft him 2 tight ends because we're gonna have to run the ball too. Like I said, he got some receivers around him, but if you look at coaching perspective, I feel like Dolphins has the best chance to, like, if I'm a coach, I'm getting them the most potential because of the fact that they got $69 million of cap space, along with those picks, a young team, and that defense is going to get better. But as for the two that you guys are talking about, between the Bears and Jacksonville, like I said, you got, as a team wise set up, you got garbage, you got trash, but quarterback wise, I like Jacksonville. I feel like Trevor Lawrence has the bigger upside, but gifted wise, I like Justin Fields is the biggest upside. I feel like Trevor Lawrence over time, I think he'll get it together. This year, like, they put too much on him. They wanted him to win everything this year. And I watched him go through his progressions, and I'm just like, when he sped his clock up, he's like, oh, it's not like you're in Clemson. You don't have all day. Clearly Jalen Hurts found it out. So like I said, they sped his clock up. And if you go back and watch Peyton his first year, he was seeing ghosts too. So I feel like if after he done got his, he done got hit, he done seen some film, he understands how defenses are going to play him. I feel like he has the biggest upside between those two quarterbacks.
See that, I don't agree with that because being a first round draft pick, you're expected to come in and make a difference. You're not expected to come in and do what you did. Mm-hmm. Even though, probably mostly coaching, but I'm taking Justin Fields. He just got more heart. He just showed more heart on the field, period. I want the kid with the heart.
Man, I don't know though. Trevor Lawrence was thrown into such a train wreck. Like, we'll just say, like, I'm trying to be nice, but
who
what
was
a
Justin Fields
complete.
throwing to?
Well, he did have some guys
didn't-
that
He didn't have to go into the flames with Urban Meyer as your head coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had some stuff going on. Not to mention the fact that Justin Fields also had Andy Dalton sitting right in front of him.
Yeah.
Well,
So he didn't have to jump into the reins. He didn't have to, other than the fact that he got thrown in because Andy Dalton is the Red Rocket. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
I feel like I said, I think like Justin Fields, with their situations, he didn't have to play early, and he got to watch for what 4 or 5 games, and you know Andy Dalton got hurt. No, I don't believe that. I feel like the pressure
That
got
was
Nagy, and he had to throw him in there.
absolutely.
But I watched Trevor Lawrence, and I feel like he had a terrible head coach. Like I said, that guy was a piece of work. And then you have like all this around you is just like a non-winning culture. And then like
Right.
the head coach, when I watched and did some research on him, this guy was a piece of work. Like he kicked the kicker, you know, like in practice.
Man, yeah.
Like, he didn't fly home with the team. You know, he had somebody in his lap. He was always in the news. And I'm just like,
Right.
as a young quarterback, who do you look up to? You can't look up to your head coach. You know, this
Nah.
guy's in the news for everything but football. So I feel like this year, if he does get Byron Leftwich, they're not gonna go 10-6 the first year. But I feel like he has the best chance to be a good quarterback with Byron Leftwich than he did with Urban Meyer.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt, because as good as Byron Leftwich is, he just had 2 years with Tom Brady. Say what
Yes.
you want about him, whether you like him or don't, you can't take anything away from that man's game.
Yeah.
And he just had 2 years of learning from him.
And I want to say, because Byron played for Jacksonville.
He was a first round pick
he played
for
for Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
He knows the culture.
That's what I saw earlier. That's what it was.
Yeah, he played very well. He was the first person I ever seen that had like he had no what is it called when you play baseball? He had no changeup. Everything was a fastball.
Right.
Everything was just straight fastball coming down the pocket.
Straight gas.
And I never seen too many quarterbacks that just like had one speed pitch. But like I said, Byron actually played pretty good in the league. I think injuries piled up later on in the year, but he's a smart guy. He understands the game. And I feel like if you play the quarterback position, you can teach that position. Unless you're Peyton Manning. I don't think he can teach because he has a lot going on up there and he'll confuse you to death. Like
He will.
he was breaking down something one day. He was like, hey, this guy does this. I know to go, check out of this and all that. When you play quarterback at a high level up here, there are certain things that you can get away with and tips. So prime example, when I played at Wesleyan, the coach I had, he taught me certain things and he was like, you need to know everything. I'm looking like everything. So like before I would take the snap, like we was an up-tempo offense, I like going from under center because I can see if the D line, if they're heavy on their hands, I know they're coming. I see one guy, he's a speed rusher, but if he was light on his hands, I know he's looping inside. Our DBs, one guy, if he's gripping his gloves, he's going to jam. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure he's going to stay in man coverage. I look at the safeties. If they're closer than 10 yards, okay, there's probably going to be a man coverage. I know to get the ball out faster, blitzing. But all that stuff you got to be able to see before you snap the ball. And so, like, if your pre-snap is, okay, it's a scissors route, we got a corner and a post on top of it. And, that safety go from too high and they roll one down. Okay, your read is going to have to change when you're dropping back. Ryan Tannehill, you should have known that before you snap the ball. Like, all this goes on and, and they may roll late. And if they roll late, you have to understand, okay, my first read can't be that corner route because they're going to be covering that. Or if they don't cover it and that safety cheats, I got to go over top of his head. All that happens when you're dropping back. And that's why I look at certain players, I'm like, he has it, he does not. And if you look at the mental makeup of certain players, like, I watch Cam Newton, I was never impressed by his mental makeup of the game. He was God-given talent. He could throw the ball, he could run, he was strong, but mentally, I felt like he was not as sharp as others because they would throw us. Prime example, use Seattle as example. Seattle beat him down every game that they played, and I think Carolina beat them maybe once out of a 5-game series.
Yeah.
Simply the fact that they ran cover 3, and it was a game that they were playing, and they had something for him. They was like, okay, we got something for him. Because if he sees Richard Sherman with his shoulders open, he thinks, oh, it's cover 3. This time, but Richard Sherman never walks down to the line of scrimmage and press a guy unless it's 20 yards or less behind him. You know, he ran 4.5, 4.6. He was never like a sprinter, but if it's 20 yards less, he can check you. So they ran cover 1 robber. It looks just like cover 3, and he throws a pick, and I'm looking like, what was the difference between that and cover 3? Bobby Wagner. When the back goes out, Bobby takes off. That lets me know they're in man coverage. Cam didn't see it. Cam Chancellor picks it off. Old Black Betty Lamb takes it to the house. That is the difference. That's the difference between a game manager and $100 million quarterback. And when I look at Trevor Lawrence, I do see these capabilities. Justin Fields, he do have it, but he's he's in that Baker Mayfield category. Not because he can't win. His eyes go to his first guy, and sometimes he can't go to the second guy.
He can't go to the second, yeah.
Yeah. So like,
Right.
if
and
they're
two totally different quarterbacks.
Yeah, and he's smart. Like he understands the game, but it's just like if he ain't there, you got to get your head around.
Yeah,
or
go,
so what happened in the preseason? You got clocked. But
So this ties into something that I was thinking about earlier today that I wanted to bring up when we got on this call tonight is like for this exact argument, right? So Jacksonville is in the AFC, right?
Mhm.
That is a really, really difficult conference to be a quarterback in.
Mhm.
Think about the best quarterbacks or to be best quarterbacks right now. Where are they at?
in the AFC.
Justin Herbert, AFC. Patrick Mahomes, AFC. Josh Allen, AFC. There's another one. Joe Burrow, AFC.
Yeah. I'm about to say
That is a stacked division or conference.
And Derek
What's
Carr's
on the
not
other
gonna see
side?
it.
Yeah, Derek Carr.
on the other side?
You can't sniff your nose at him either. So he go out there and ball out too.
I mean,
So
I was just talking to somebody about this on the NFC side. Who do you got? Russell Wilson.
okay,
Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
if he doesn't retire,
Yeah, that's it. Like everybody
Tampa
else is
Bay.
like,
if he doesn't retire,
yeah, I don't
so
trust.
let's say Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady retire. Let's just say that happens.
Mm.
Who's the highest man on that totem pole? Russ? Dak?
Russ.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that was how I would put Dak into the middle of the top 10 if those two guys went away. And I was like, with the NFC, I feel like the space has shifted. Remember how Tom Brady used to win all those AFC championships and they go to the title? The reason why the NFC couldn't repeat as champions because of the defenses. All the defenses were on the NFC side. You had Seattle, the Saints had good defenses back then. So like now it's just like all the quarterbacks on one side. And I would hate to be somebody like, the short end of the stick, like the Dolphins quarterback. Like you got to go through all these dudes to get to the playoffs.
Right. So if you're not elite, because those are elite talents.
Yeah,
They are.
Nobody questions the fact that
Elite.
Patrick Mahomes is elite. Nobody questions that Josh Allen is knocking on that door if he isn't.
Yeah. You got my vote, man.
Everybody, it's a pretty much unanimous decision that Justin Herbert is on that track.
Mhm.
Joe Burrow is on that track too. I don't mean like good, great. I mean like elite.
Yeah.
Like the next Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, et cetera, et cetera. So if you're not that, you don't stand a chance on that side of it in the AFC. You don't stand a chance. You have to have the best.
And
if you don't have the best in the quarterback spot, try again.
Yeah. And that's
I mean,
it.
even though-
Because if you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
We're talking about Trevor Lawrence. Man, he almost threw for 4,000 yards last year.
Yeah.
He threw for 3,600 yards,
Mhm.
like 17 touchdowns, 12 picks or something like that.
Nah, he definitely more picks than that, but yeah, I need you know.
17. I think it might 17 picks, 12 touchdowns. I think
Yeah.
it was.
Mhm.
But he almost threw 4,000 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, that's not too bad.
I think
You're absolutely right about that, Ron. I didn't think about it like that.
If you look at we forgot about two guys. I mean, well, one is elite, one had the potential, Lamar Jackson and Deshaun Watson. Those two guys are still in the AFC.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about Lamar Jackson. Throw him, maybe not elite, but he's
elite.
Like at the top of that next.
Yeah, he's in the next tier.
He's in the next tier. Huh?
Yeah.
I don't want to play that guy.
No.
I wouldn't want to scheme for him.
No, not want to play that guy.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, everyone's like, "Oh, they're going to figure out his wheels. They're going to figure out his wheels." Well, ain't nobody figured out those wheels yet.
Right.
3 or 4 years deep.
Yeah, I think. Like I said, he still runs and he can pass. He can actually throw pretty well, and I feel like I think it's at least 7 good quarterbacks, and when like right at the point of being elite in the AFC, and then you got Deshaun Watson that's still at home, and when he comes back, because like I said, I don't have Carson Wentz in that good category. I feel like he's a game manager at best, with Frank Wright. But when he comes back, now Jacksonville has to worry about. No, I got to worry about Deshaun Watson. I got to worry about a good / decent defense for the Colts. Like, how do you get out of it? Then you got the Titans. So like, how do you get out of your conference? And then you got, let's say if the kid from New England becomes good, and you got the Bills, then you got is it the Bills, the Dolphins, and the Jets. Now I don't think the Jets quarterback's gonna be any good, so they're gonna have to pick another guy. But
you go eat your words for that one, Ricky.
I'm gonna be waiting for that day, because to me, I was like, I didn't see it. Like, at least with Josh Allen, I knew the arm talent was there before he got drafted. I'm like, oh, he could throw it a mile, but can he be accurate? And then he improved his accuracy. I'm like, okay. And I was like, well, can he be consistent? He's consistent. So like I said, he got my vote. Well, that kid from BYU, he's got to show me a whole lot, because
he's got the confidence. He's your Johnny Manziel, definitely.
But you have to be confident. You got to be confident to be in New York anyway. Everybody I know, their ego and their confidence is up here from New York. And he got it, but like, you got to put it in play, because he has a defensive coach, so like, are they going to put the weapons around him for him to be good? And then you have to share, the spotlight with the Giants. I feel like Danny Dimes? Yeah, I feel like he was trash. I feel like he was trash coming out of Duke, because his last game they lose like 55-0 to Georgia Tech. And I was like, even then, I didn't feel like he was good. And then they showed him playing in practice his first year, and he's throwing balls out of bounds. I'm looking like, what is he doing? So I feel like he's not good. Like he's gonna be at the bottom 5th.
He got the owner's vote though.
Yeah,
I saw that today on Twitter too. Did you see that? Talking about we've given him too many OCs and too many different schemes and too many coaches and blah blah. We haven't given him a fair shake to make sure that he's actually the right guy. I'm like,
I give him this. The man could run.
I
did not know he was that fast. Though.
He's clumsy too.
Is he?
Yeah.
I
mean, it's like Eli all over again. We're gonna give you 1 or 2.
Yeah,
he's gonna give you 1 or 2, and if you're okay with that, then that's fine.
Like,
I guess. I mean, I'm just glad he's in my division. You want to keep him, keep him.
Yeah,
that makes that path easier for us.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be the same teams going into 2023. The Giants are gonna be trash. I feel like the Jags are gonna be like 6-11. They're not gonna be elite. But I feel like the Redskins are gonna be trash again. So
absolutely.
Going into 2023.
Dan Snyder's out of there.
Yeah.
Snyder's gone. It's gonna be a trash team.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like there's gonna be some teams that are gonna make some headway. I feel like the Texans without Deshaun Watson, they're not gonna make a thing. Let me see. The Saints are gonna be the new trash team, because like you got Jameis Winston out. You got Taysom Hill under a terrible contract. Mike Thomas is gone. He may be in that comeback. And I'm just looking like, you lost your coach. So like, who's gonna want? Oh my gosh, like
Their
they're in,
cap is disgusting. It's like 70 million over.
yeah. Matter of fact, I wish you could have seen the message I sent back because he sent those teams, but he also added the Saints. Now, like you can disqualify them because the Saints are in total rebuild. They're in more of a rebuild than the other teams that we just talked about.
Absolutely.
You
I mean,
should-
if we to roll back on that man's question, like I would have to probably pick Chicago.
Okay, cool.
That would just probably be, like I said, with all the stuff that has to go on with playing everybody in the AFC. I just think if you really want to do something, the NFC is your best shot. Good luck finding a quarterback in Denver. You're wasting your time. John Elway has sailed that ship too many times. To be one, you sure damn can't pick one.
Nah, I can't.
So I would have to roll with Justin Fields.
Okay. Cool. All right. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna be happy about that because I made sure I told him I was gonna put it on the video. We'll go ahead and do our closing because the timer's on again. This is Ron, Donovan, Ricky, and I'm your host, Ricky G. Stanley, and we are out of
Anything's
here.
possible. Turn me up in the headphones.
Soundstripe.
Yeah. Grind to get a lot of dough and dirt through all the obstacles, cause anything is possible. Yeah. Oh man, I got a lot of gold. Stack that